And here's the video review for Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe Class Ravage. Ravage here is in his, what the packaging calls his re-entry mode. He's got some wings, but he kind of looks like a folded up cat with guns. It is, however, a slightly more detailed and re-entry mode than this, the missile that came with Soundwave initially. So just giving you a comparison there of his previous version of this character, just to get an idea of about how big he is. Here's the classic Universe Starscream mold. So about as long as one of them is tall. Now the guns on the pictures show him to be folded up on his back like this, and that kind of works. It's kind of a warship type thing. I also like the idea of folding them down and around like that to kind of be like jets or boosters. At first when we saw this, I thought this may be some sort of submarine type vehicle, since we see him come out of the water, and I guess it still could be if you want to play. There's a lot of room for the imagination here. Transformation is not anything too complex. You want to pull his, you can see his tail under there, you want to pull his legs down. Yeah, his tail does pop off, it's just on a snap joint, just because of the spinal nature of it, but you just want to take this and just snap it right back into place. Not that big of a deal, but that allows it to rotate right there on that joint. Bring his tail up and about, and the spike can fold under. It's like a barb, or it can fold out like that. I like to have it look like a barb like that. You want to bring his legs up and around, just like that, and they'll click into place once you get them up, and just position them however you want to. Well, it looks like his legs are actually on the wrong side. We'll fix that later. Or his feet are upside down, but we can fix. Oh, no, there we go. I was about to say, I didn't notice that when I was messing with them earlier. And then you want to take these solar panels, and collapse them up, and then just fold them down onto the chest here, like that. They don't really snap together; they're just there. And then bring these legs, detach them from the head, and pose the feet. And do the same thing on this side. Pull it down, pose the feet, and then pose him however you want, because he is now a cat. I mean, he does have a waist swivel there. Figures that, like on a lot of figures that don't really need a waist swivel, or that we could use a waist swivel, they don't have one. Then on a figure that really doesn't necessarily need it, he's got one. And the guns you can rotate down just a little closer onto his back like that if you'd like. And there you have Ravage. His spines are all soft rubbery plastic. You can see this one's kind of bent, but that'll come back into shape. The more I play with it, it's just that soft rubbery plastic. The tail's hard plastic. Again, you got the barb that you can flip out, and there's a hinge joints all throughout the tail, as well as this spinny joint here, and there's a spinny joint back here right at the end of his tail. Just so you know, it's got the waist posability, kind of ball jointed hips. They're a little limited just due to the shape of the hip, but it's there. Hinge knees, hinge, ball joint up here, hinge. And right now his head's not all that posable, but there's a lever right here on his back. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, there we go. Makes his ears move back and his mouth open. Rawr. So there's your posability in his head. You can go, rawr, chompa, chompa, buy my toy. Rawr, rawr, rawr. Anyway. There he is, Ravage. Like I said, he's not a super complicated transformer, but it was nice of him to at least give him something of an alt mode. Although he's pretty much, I don't think he's going to ever go back into re-entry mode. Maybe once or twice, just fiddling around. But there's Ravage. Nice cat mode. And then just to get kind of a neat look again, here he is with Starscream. Comes up to just about his elbow with the guns. And since you can't show him off without showing off Soundwave, there you go. There's Ravage and Soundwave. I'm sure not to scale, considering this is supposed to be Ravage on Soundwave. Ravage is probably more in the movie, more about like this big compared to Soundwave, if we even see them together. But there you go. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe Class Ravage.